The year is 1091. The Byzantine Empire, once a beacon of civilization, teeters on the brink of collapse. Enemies circle like vultures. Welcome to Cryptic Mystic Vault, where we explore the enigmatic tales and unsolved puzzles of history. From the east, the Seljuk Turks have dealt a crushing blow at Manzikert, their horsemen swallowing up Anatolia, the empire's breadbasket. In the north, barbarian hordes eye Constantinople with greed, sensing weakness. The once mighty Byzantine army, depleted and demoralized, can barely hold its own. Emperor Alexios the Komnenos, a shrewd and ambitious ruler, knows that drastic measures are needed. Traditional allies have proven unreliable. He must look elsewhere for salvation. His gaze falls north beyond the Danube River, to the vast steppes of what is now modern-day Ukraine and southern Russia. There, a nomadic people of fierce warriors roam, the Cumans. These are no ordinary barbarians. The Cumans are a powerful force, their mastery of mounted warfare unmatched. Their loyalty, however, is a fickle thing, bought and sold with gold and promises. Alexios knows that striking a deal with these steppe warriors is a risky gamble, one that could save his empire or hasten its demise. But time is running out, and the emperor has no other choice. Desperate times call for desperate measures. And so, Byzantine diplomats are dispatched north, carrying with them the emperor's offer, a pact of steel and gold, sealed in blood. The fate of Byzantium hangs in the balance. Imagine the Eurasian steppe, a vast, windswept expanse of grasslands stretching for thousands of miles. This was the domain of the Cumans, a Turkic nomadic people whose very name struck fear into the hearts of their enemies. Masters of mounted warfare, they were the epitome of nomadic might. Their lives were intertwined with their horses, and they rode with an unmatched skill that made them seem almost centaur-like to their enemies. Cuman society was tribal, led by khans who commanded respect through strength and cunning. Their wealth lay in their herds, their horses, and the plunder they took in raids. Their warriors were renowned for their archery, their arrows raining death from afar. They were masters of hit-and-run tactics, harassing their enemies and then melting back into the vastness of the steppe before a counterattack could be launched. Their arrival in Europe in the 11th century sent shockwaves through the continent. These were not mindless barbarians, however. The Cumans were astute strategists and cunning diplomats, capable of forging alliances and playing their enemies against each other. Their nomadic lifestyle and fierce independence made them difficult to conquer or control. Yet they were also open to cooperation and alliances, particularly when it suited their interests. And in the faltering Byzantine Empire, they saw an opportunity, a chance to gain wealth, land, and a foothold in the rich world to the south. The Byzantine diplomats, men of learning and refinement, must have been a strange sight amidst the rough-hewn Cuman camps. The language barrier was immense, bridged only by gestures and interpreters. The smell of horse sweat, dung, and campfires permeated the air. Yet, beneath the outward differences lay a common ground necessity. The Byzantines needed warriors, and the Cumans, ever practical, saw an opportunity for profit and plunder. The pact that emerged was a marriage of convenience, a deal struck between two desperate parties. In exchange for their military service, the Cumans would receive generous payments in gold, silver, and loot. They were promised grazing lands within the empire and the right to trade in Byzantine markets. To seal the deal, oaths were sworn, and hostages were exchanged. Cuman princes were sent to Constantinople, where they were exposed to Byzantine culture and luxury, a calculated move to ensure their loyalty. In turn, Cuman warriors donned the Byzantine banner, their fierce energy now directed by the empire's strategists. This alliance, born of desperation and sealed with pragmatism, would have profound consequences for both the Byzantines and the Cumans. It would shape the destiny of the Byzantine Empire for decades to come and leave an indelible mark on the course of European history. The impact of the Cuman alliance was felt almost immediately on the battlefield. Their arrival in Byzantine service was a game-changer. Cuman cavalry, with their speed, maneuverability, and deadly archery, proved to be a decisive factor in several key battles. One such battle, etched in the annals of Byzantine history, was the Battle of Livonian in 1091. The Pechenegs, another nomadic group that had been raiding Byzantine territory, were a formidable foe. They outnumbered the Byzantines and threatened to overrun Constantinople itself, but with the Cuman cavalry at their side, the Byzantines were able to turn the tide. The Cuman horse archers, masters of the feigned retreat, lured the Pechenegs into a trap. As the Pechenegs charged, confident of victory, the Cumans wheeled around, their arrows darkening the sky. The Pecheneg ranks crumbled under the onslaught, and the Byzantine infantry, reinvigorated by the sight of the enemy's collapse, pressed their attack. The Battle of Livonian was a decisive victory for the Byzantines, crushing the Pecheneg threat and securing their northern frontier. It demonstrated the effectiveness of the Byzantine-Cuman alliance and cemented the Cumans' reputation as a force to be reckoned with in Byzantine service. The Cumans would go on to fight alongside the Byzantines in numerous other campaigns, their arrows and lances helping to hold back the tide of enemies that threatened to engulf the empire. Imagine a world where the Cumans did not come to the aid of Byzantium. The empire, weakened and vulnerable, would have likely fallen to its enemies much sooner. This would have drastically altered the balance of power in the region, potentially leading to a more dominant Ottoman Empire much earlier in history. The cultural and political landscape of Eastern Europe and the Middle East would be vastly different, with Byzantine influence diminished and the spread of Orthodox Christianity significantly curtailed. The Cumans' absence would have left a void impossible to fill, reshaping alliances and rivalries. The rich tapestry of history, woven with threads of Cuman bravery and Byzantine resilience, would instead be marked by earlier conquests and lost traditions. The echoes of their battles and the legacy of their pact remind us of the delicate balance of history where a single alliance can alter the fate of entire civilizations. Reflecting on this alternate history underscores the significance of the Cumans' contribution, not just to Byzantium, but to the entire world as we know it. Their legacy, though often overshadowed, remains a testament to the power of unity and the enduring impact of the warriors of the steppe. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more explorations into the symbols that shape our world.